Hello everyone, welcome back. I am doing another episode of Disney Dreamlight Valley today, and as you can see, I'm standing in front of Gaston's house, or lodge, I guess. So I mentioned in another video, I can't remember when, but I have been trying to do some lesser friendship quests off camera to try to get through things a little bit faster, and because they don't really amount to much sometimes. It's hard to predict, though, which friendship quests are gonna amount to something big and which ones aren't. For instance, I did two completely 100% off camera, one for Nala. It amounted to absolutely nothing, and then one for Buzz, which gave us a little, let's see if I can find it, just a little decorative rocket ship that we could use to place to decorate with, right? And then I did that Tiana quest, which I happened to catch part of it on camera on the laptop, so that was good, but I realized what was happening. I don't know how I realized, I don't remember, and the same thing happened with this one. I don't remember how I realized that that's what was going to happen, and so I hit record really fast. But somehow I realized this was a bigger quest than what I thought it was going to be. And so I hit record. My laptop doesn't record any sound whatsoever. So for this clip of unlocking and fixing up Gaston's stall, I did a voiceover. I did my best. You're gonna have to bear with me. It's not a great voiceover. It's definitely not my best work, but I did do some voiceover stuff for it. And you get the general idea of what's happening. So let's watch the unlocking of the lodge here for Gaston, and then the very beginning of the meat stall up there. Oh, before I forget, one last thing that I wanted to mention was I realized in the old intro that I had for this video, I talked all about it, but I'm just gonna briefly touch on it here for this version of this because it took me too long in the first one. But I realized that in the shop, if you already own something, you see the price tag there? So I don't own this, so it has a red dot over it, and that is a new item to me. But this does not have the red dot on the price there, so that means I already own that item. So as you can see, I'm down to 386 gold coins, and that's because I have been going on, thank you, going on a shopping spree lately because it's so much easier now to tell what I do and don't own. And there were so many things that I was leaving behind because I thought I already owned them. Also, I was leaving things behind because I don't like them that much. But I'm now at the point where I'm taking pretty much everything and buying it just to have everything and get the collections done with, you know? But yeah, so I thought that was a neat little trick, and I've always wondered how people knew so easily and quickly what they owned and what they didn't own. You know, it's like such a small little red dot that you don't even really notice it, honestly, unless you're looking for it. So, yeah. Anyways, let's get into the stuff with Gaston now. I'm gonna try to do my best to do this voiceover, but I guarantee nothing. How are you settling in, Gaston? Need a hand with anything? Well, I never need a hand, but you could use one anyway. JSimLady, I promise you, anything I decide to do, I excel at. Glad to hear you're enjoying your time here. I may be settled here, but that doesn't mean I'm enjoying it. I have to say, I'm not impressed by the community at all. Well, sure, there's always room for improvement. Is there something that would help you feel more at home? Most definitely. Appropriate adoration, buckets of I missed it, and most importantly, a place for all of it to happen. I can see it already. A rustic hunting lodge, my latest kill roasting over the fire, and in the middle, holding court among my admiring fans. Yeah, I'm not sure about the latest kill part, but I can help you get a lodge going. Usually LeFou handles this sort of thing. But since he's not here, I suppose you could be a substitute, LeFou. How kind of you. I am kind, aren't I? I built a lodge ages ago in the waste. Let's meet there. I want to show you how it looks after my time stuck in the desert. Okay, that was more difficult because apparently I can read in my head faster than I can read out loud. And like I said, this is a voiceover. So we're heading over to the lodge right now. And I think I got a little confused here because I wasn't sure we could go in. Picked up a memory here from Gaston's journal, I think it was. But incredible muscles wasting away. I need to make some lifting weights. Maybe out of those I missed it. Anyways, I think I was a little confused here because I thought that Gaston was supposed to come over and talk to me, and I thought we couldn't go into the lodge. But as you see, I realized we could actually go into the lodge and then we could talk to him there. Look at this place. Yeah, it's pretty rough. Hey, only I'm allowed to say that, but you're right. This will take a bit of work. Normally I'd tell LeFou to handle things, but... Gaston, hello? Oh, what was I saying? Renovations? Right. Well, first we need to clear out all this sand and do something about that portrait of mine. It's insulting for it to be in such a state. Try using your fancy hourglass on it and let me know when you're done. You're not helping? I'm overseeing the work. That's helping. Alright, time to get to work. And then I just go through and clean up all of the sand piles. It took me a minute to figure out how to do it, but I did eventually get it. Oh yeah, and we got another memory. As King of Gastonia, gracious ruler, no, maybe I should reward LeFou. Eventually, I realized that the shovel, was the most likely candidate here. It is sand, after all. What would you use to get rid of sand? The shovel. So it did take me a minute, obviously, and I may well have been trying not to overload the laptop, which is why I was hesitating some, or I was talking to someone else or something. Who knows what was happening? You would think the shovel would have been fairly intuitive, though. And then I was trying to figure out what to do with the wood piles. Was it up to me to clean them up? Would they be cleaned up miraculously as I finished the quest? Who knows? I wasn't 100% sure what to do, so I moved on to the portrait because I have a tendency to not bother reading the quest at the top. All done. How do you feel about it now? Oh no, this isn't right. This isn't right at all. It does look rather bare. Ugh, I can't believe I have to tell you how to do everything. Now let me see. Yes, the whole lodge requires furniture and careful restoration. Tell me, is my old friend Scrooge McDuck still in business or something? He supplied funding before I set out from the valley. I'm sure he'd be willing to invest again. Bring him some Alexandrite, jade, and spinel as a trade for investing in sprucing up the lodge, basically. So I had to go. I wasn't 100% sure I had that stuff. I figured I probably did, but I wasn't 100% sure I had that stuff. So I had to go and hunt that down. First, I had to remember what they all looked like so I could find them in my storage area, and then I could go hunt them down in my storage. And apparently, I hadn't actually gotten the Alexandrite yet, so I had to go find one or a couple of those in order to have it to trade with Scrooge, which I thought by this point I had found everything, but apparently I hadn't done any actual mining much in this area of Eternity Isle, even though I've had Eternity Isle since it came out, which is kind of funny. But I have been focusing mainly on the main valley and stuff. I thought I was gonna leave Eternity Isle for later, and then I decided no, it's better just to try to get everything done all at once. It took me a few tries to figure out where it was at and what it looked like in the rocks. But that's where I found it and unlocked some cool new recipes. So I just needed to find a few more rock spots with a few more pieces. Or maybe I waited to do that till later and decided the one piece I had was fine. Yeah, I decided that the one piece I had was fine to give to Scrooge right away. Luckily, I didn't make too much of a mess of my Eternity Isle storage. It was mainly just the base game storage that I had made a mess of. Oh, see, I do have one unlocked. That's weird. But maybe that's a shiny one. I don't know. Anyways, I do eventually get the storage fixed back up, though. You'll see that in an episode later on. I think the reason why everything's moving so much slower is because I was recording this on the laptop. And also, it doesn't help switching back and forth from that keyboard and mouse to this one, because they are significantly different from one another. So it's hard to hit all the right buttons at all the right times. And for some reason here I got confused and thought I needed to bring the gems to him when actually I needed to take them to Scrooge. So I had to go back to the docks. The easiest way to find and talk to Scrooge is just to go straight to his shop, because he will always show up there as soon as you go inside. He's always waiting for you to purchase stuff from him. Give him the gems. JSimLady, these gems are magnificent. What brings you to see me with such a wonderful whatever? I have an opportunity for you. An opportunity? Ah, you know me well. I'm always interested in a new opportunity. So I've been hanging out with Gaston. Gaston? Oh, I thought we were rid of that blowhard. Does he still have more muscle than brain? That's a way to describe him. I thought so. What does Gaston want? We're trying to fix up his lodge. I managed to restore some of it, but the interior is pretty bare. Think you could help? Well, since you brought me such a valuable gift, I suppose I could. I think I have some furnishings in storage somewhere. Great, now those gems will get you quite a bit, but the rest won't come free. After all, I have a business to run. What would you want? A cut of the profits. 50% seems fair. Done. Pleasure doing business with you, JSimLady. Great, but if you're trying to restore the lodge that I remember, you might need more furniture to return it to its former glory, whatever. Never fear. I've got the resources you'll need. The island should have the other items you need to fix it up. And then he gives us a crate of furniture and an antler chair. That was a lot to read, sorry. So we just need some copper, some oasis glass, and some tropical wood. Not a terrible amount, but still might be more than I have in storage. I don't know, we're about to find out together because I recorded this episode a long time ago. Or I recorded this clip a long time ago anyways. I do have plenty. Okay, good. I know this is probably the weirdest, most annoying voiceover ever, but I couldn't just let this play for 10 minutes with absolutely no sound at all. That would have been weird. If the laptop would have recorded game sounds, that would have been different, but it didn't. It didn't record any sound at all. So I might have to look at that, but I don't think I'm going to do much recording from the laptop anymore anyways. It gets really laggy. I'm surprised it's not lagging at this part, honestly. It lagged really bad after I placed Tiana's restaurant. So I'm really shocked it wasn't lagging. And I've tried to record other stuff on there a few other times and it just lags so badly. But it seems to be working fine right now, so that's a little bit odd to me. The poor old thing, it's seen some stuff, I guess. So we got the stuff. Luckily, we didn't have to hunt down any of that stuff, and we can just head back to Gaston now. Okay, give him all these items so that he can basically place them inside. JSimLady, you're back. I was, never mind, I wasn't worried at all. Oh, you were concerned? What? No, I wasn't. I never thought for a moment that you'd fail. Oh, Gaston, did my absence remind you of LeFou? No, but if it did, only because I'm an excellent leader to follow and not because I miss anyone. Okay, I missed that. Good. Now then, I see you got the stuff. McDuck wants a cut of the profits. Profits. You know, the money left after expenses. The lodge is a place for me to relax and for others to appreciate me, not spend money. Well, Scrooge won't be happy about that. He's expecting 50%. I believe a share of 0 is still 0. You know what? Fair enough. That's Scrooge's fault for not asking. That part, I loved that part so much. I mean, it's true. It's Scrooge's fault for not asking, especially when you're dealing with Gaston. But, like, the fact that she was just so quickly willing to go along with it. I mean, I guess I was willing to go along with it. So now we actually truly unlock the lodge. There we go. It's starting to take shape now. Let's go inside and you can admire how skilled I am. He is so narcissistic. It's almost painful. There's that mirror again, and yet it's a Wreck-It Ralph mirror. That's weird. I did not mean to sit down there. I remember that. I meant to talk to him. Good thing I was here with your puny muscles. It would have taken you weeks to move in all the new furnishings and fix the exterior. My muscles aren't puny. Oh, JSimLady, you always know how to make me laugh. Arrgh. My stomach. Grumble, grumble, groan. Excuse me, that was your stomach? My stomach is complaining. It's been a good hour since I've eaten. Let's swing by Chez Remy. If you can call it food, I've got a better idea. Let's hear it. Before the forgetting, I was on the trail of a mythical relic of legend, some sort of enchanted chest full of delicious cuts of meat. Like an enchanted meat freezer? Perhaps. I was never sure what that was. Legend has it that it was destroyed long ago in some sort of magical calamity. Pieces of it were scattered around the area that grew into the wild tangle. I bet they're still there. I found these plans for it by some of those glowing runes. What? Whoever came up with this is far more useful inventor than Belle's father, but there's some sort of barrier around the pieces. I would get close and then things would become strange. I think I missed it. Now I've got big plans for this creation. If you can help me put it back together with that hourglass of yours, then I can open a stall to supply meat to everyone. Well, I'll see what I can do. Excellent. Don't take too long, otherwise I may be forced to eat a vegetable. And now we are to this point. Check out the blueprints for the freezer of infinite meat in your inventory. So I don't actually have it in my inventory. We need to go back to the house because I put it in my special quest items chest, which I call the Ender chest. Because it reminds me of the Ender chest from Minecraft. You can put something in it and it shows up anywhere in the world. So if I put it in this chest like this, I can go over to Storybook Vale and have a second one of these chests, and I can get access to that stuff there. So it reminds me of the Ender chest from Minecraft. I need to drop some stuff off real quick. I didn't realize my inventory was so full. So let's drop this off. Get a little room here. I might make this a little bit longer of a video just so we can finish up these quests. And also because I forgot to do this off camera. I meant to empty out my inventory off camera, so. Okay, that's quite a bit of room. I'm happy with that, so let's move on. And we will go back up by... I want to move his stall here, but we have to unlock it first, so... Oh, that's the meat pie recipe. Are you serious? Okay, let's look at that because I have no idea what it's for or how I got it or where it came from. But if that's the meat... If that's the meat pie recipe... Let's track this. Check out the blueprints for the Freezer of infinite meat in your inventory. Okay, that suggests that we have to craft something. But I don't think I had anything else there. And I couldn't have gotten rid of it. Okay, here it is. Whew. I was scared there for a minute. I was really scared. I wasn't expecting it to look like that. Okay. Search for freezer fragments in the wild tangle using the hourglass. Oh, this is gonna take longer than I thought it was. So then we also have this one, which we just gotta talk to Mirabelle. And this one, search for the right parts using build any machine. Okay. Let's see if we can build a machine, because I have been searching for parts. An ancient vacuum? Okay. What does it do, though? I'm not sure what it does, but we have a machine. Wait, that was really confusing. Combine recipe? Huh. Okay, I don't know what that means. Combine resources into vacuums. Wait, let's track this. Place any ancient machine in the glittering dunes. Okay.
Hey, over here.
So... does it matter specifically where? I think I'll put it right here for now. And return to Scrooge. Where's Scrooge? He's over there. And he's not moving, so what's the fastest way to get to him? I'm all lost and confused now. And I guess while we're over there... I think I saw Mirabelle too. I did, so we could talk to her. Complete village project, gear loose and fancy free. JSimLady, you've done it. You've built an ancient machine. Eternity Isle will be running itself before long. And I'll make all the profit. Oh, but surely you'll toss a wee percentage my way as a finder's fee. Of course. Ah, JSimLady, I knew you wouldn't forget your genius business advisor. And I haven't forgotten you either. Here's something for your troubles. While I was adventuring around the Isle, I found something that you might find useful for making more of those machines. It's been a pleasure consulting with you. Eternity Isle is already just about taking care of herself. Nice! He gave me another one of those core things, and we are done with that. So we have ancient machines going. I don't know what the vacuum does. Antonio is going to love the pictures you took, but some of those I can't pronounce that. Sorry, I'm terrible. My tongue doesn't work. Looked a little hungry. I wonder if we should try feeding them. No! What do you think their favorite food is here? I've been trying to figure that out, but this gives me some hints. So, 5-star meal. If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably something simpler. If we can figure out the capybara's favorite food and feed them, I can include that in my letter to Antonio. He'll want to know if they're like the ones back home. There must be someone who spent a lot of time in the wild tangle who knows what they like. Okay.
So sunny.
So what do we gotta look for? Wait, are we in the right area? No, we're in the promenade. Promenade? Is that the lower grasslands? No, this is the grasslands over here. The lower and upper grasslands, and then the grove. Got it. Hello? Is it gonna help us find them right away? No. Hello, little capybara. Okay, I got one. Now I gotta go to the upper grasslands. And I gotta find... what's her name? Rapunzel. Okay, I got another one. Now we need to go to the grove. Which one is the grove again? Over there? Is it this? I wonder if we can call Rapunzel back. By going to her tower. Well, that wasn't what we needed. Let me make sure I went the right way. I did. But the grove is big. Okay. And I got it. So let's call Rapunzel back. Her house is so beautiful. I love it so much. Look at how pretty this is. Okay, she didn't come back. Gaston goes to his lodge when you call him. And... where is Gaston? There he is, down there. And, Wally goes to his truck when you call him. Assemble the freezer of infinite meat at a time-bending table. It helps to read, JSimLady. But I was looking for Rapunzel anyways. She's down there. She's in a part of the map I can't get to. Or is she underneath that thing? She might be under that waterfall thing. Let's go see. She is. I've never seen anybody else come in here before.
You're here.
Have you ever noticed how big this place is? Hey Rapunzel, you've spent a lot of time in the wild tangle. Have you gotten to know the capybaras around here? Yes, they are so cute. I've been trying to come up with names for all of them. Pascal, Maximus, Eugene. I like Maximus. How funny that you said that because I recently made a new friend named Maximus. But I'm guessing you didn't come by just to help me name the capybaras. Actually, I'm trying to help Mirabelle with something. Mirabelle is so much fun. I was just talking with her about what it was like to grow up in a house with so many family members instead of, well, you know. But never mind that. What do you need my help with? Did you ever figure out what the capybara's favorite food is? Oh, yes. I tried feeding them all sorts of things. But what they love most is cabbage. Great tip. I'll try feeding them some cabbage. Where do I even find cabbage from? Time to check Goofy's stalls. I might have to grow some cabbage. I might actually have some. I don't see cabbage here. We're gonna hit the time bending table and then go inside and see if we have some cabbage. Is it here? It is here. Okay, nice. I don't know how much cabbage we need. But I must have a few, right? Feed any capybara its favorite food, so just one. Let's see if I can find my food now. Empty. Cabbage. I knew I had some. Bring the freezer of infinite meat to Gaston. Gaston. And then go feed a capybara. This is actually going much easier than I was expecting. Here we go, one freezer of infinite meat as requested. Nicely done, LeFou. I'm not LeFou. Oh, right. Gaston? Hello? You okay? What? Why wouldn't I be? Never mind. Let's move on. You could have been a little quicker. I almost died of hunger. I think that's an exaggeration. I don't know the meaning of the word. Okay, I get it, Gaston. You're really hungry. Yes, but what does exaggeration mean? It means that you overstate everything. It means that what you said is true and accurate. It means you overstate everything. I do not. When I say I'm exceedingly charming and handsome, that's the truth. One question, Gaston. Where does the meat come from? I am not sure. I was going over the plans and there were just so many words. Something about crystal meta structures, the holographic some such, and atomic recoxtin something or other. Whatever that all is, it's not from hunting. Yeah, I didn't get that either. Let's get the stall working. Yeah, that warped my brain a little bit too, Gaston, don't worry. Okay. Hello. Well, bless me heart. Gaston finally got this stall supplied with meat. Let's get it fixed up. Yes. Okay. So my guess is that it? Or does it expand? Because there's two shelves. That's weird, right? Okay. We'll return to Gaston. Marvelous! Meat is available again, and everyone will know they have Gaston to thank. when I throw a roaring party for the village at my lodge. I think I'm getting used to not getting credit. Sounds like you're really settling into your role as a sidekick. Now then, I've heard that not only do you have the power to control time, but you're a cook too? I dabble. Good. Once you buy some meat, you can whip up a solid meal for me. Excuse me? Buy the meat? I worked so hard to get your stall going again, and you're making me pay? Of course. If I give you any for free, then everyone will expect it all to be free. I guess that makes sense. I still think you should make an exception for me. JSimLady, I know how sidekicks like to gossip. If I make an exception for you, the whole valley will know before long. Now think carefully about what you're going to cook for me. You sure? I'm kinda new to cooking with these ingredients. Well, there are a few writings about food around here, or just make something. Be sure it's large and meaty. Okay, a couple of meat dishes, no problem. A couple? No, that won't do. I want everyone at my gathering to know how generous a host I am. Awfully demanding, aren't we? I know my worth. Bring me 4 meat-based dishes, understood? Yep. Oh no. Cook any meat-based meal of 2 stars or higher. Okay, that's fine and dandy, but how many meat-based meals do I even have? Is this a meat-based meal? I doubt it. I did unlock that recipe though. Where did that go? That's appetizer, so it would probably be here, right? Meat pie right here. So yeah, this is a meat recipe. Because it has the little meat icon in the corner. Meaty tacos. Oh, that sounds delicious. I want tacos now. Pulled pork. No thank you. But if I have to. A burger, a roast. A roast is just meat. So I could go with a meat pie. And I can make a roast. I bet I know what a roast is. I mean, I bet I know. Wait, what? I confused myself. Ignore me. I need to have more houses with more, like cooking and crafting and stuff available throughout the worlds for me. Alright, let's run back to the house. We'll cook 2 of each of those. No, I forgot the actual meat. And now I'm just realizing why I confused myself. Because, yes, we need meat, but it's obviously a specific type of meat because there are, what, 3, I think? Did I go to the wrong place? I went to the wrong place. Where am I? Oh. So the meat pie, that one will accept any meat. That doesn't matter. But the roast has to be a specific meat, I'm guessing. So what's this? Pork. So that'd be pulled pork, poultry, and venison. I'm gonna say this one will give us the roast. And then meat pie is anything. So we'll do that. So do we have them? 2 venisons and 2 porks. Okay. Now back to the dock. I'm fairly certain this is gonna work. If it doesn't, that was a really expensive mistake to make because that venison was 1,000 gold coins a piece. So we can make 2 meat pies. No! Oh my god. I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. I am so... I can't believe it used the venison. Well, I made 1 roast. What would happen if I did just throw the pork in and leave it at that? Another roast. Okay. So the roast also only takes a meat, any meat. Turkey leg. Yeah, we gotta be able to unlock more. Where did I see the roast at? Right there. So it's any meat. Okay, whew. Oh, I almost had a heart attack. Do you love my kitchen, by the way? I'm gonna have shown off so much of the valley, nobody's gonna watch the decorating video. And that's the next video coming up after this one, too. I might have to rearrange my videos and squeeze it in somewhere else. So maybe you guys will have seen it already. Oh, are you kidding me? I forgot about the 2 stars part. So which one is 2 stars? Meat pie must be 3 stars because it's 3 ingredients. Wow. Just absolutely wow. I'm so fabulous. You wish you could be as fabulous as me. Like, really and truly you do. I'm so fabulous it hurts. Anyways. Two more meat pies coming up. There we go. That's all very disgusting. Let's go give it to Gaston. I don't want it. I'll give it away to other people, just like the fish. Although, if I'm being honest, I am more willing to eat this stuff than the fish stuff. But I'm pretty proud of myself because I have been trying shrimp lately. And I can eat 2 shrimp now. The big ones. And they have to be covered in like breading and like sweetened coconut and all that kind of stuff. But I can eat 2 shrimp now. It's taken me years to get to this point. Oh wait, I gotta bring it to his lodge, right.
Go.
I don't know if Gaston... What are they doing here? That's weird. I totally lost my train of thought when I saw Scrooge and Rapunzel here. Here you go, Gaston. 4 meals as promised. Good. People have already started to arrive. Oh, wow. You've got quite the crowd. Of course, everyone wants to celebrate Gaston. Now I will welcome them and be the life of the party once more. Okay. Well, don't let me stop you. Are you shaking? Are you nervous about talking to people? What? Of course not. I'm not shaking. It's from hunger. Spending years alone in the desert hasn't made me nervous around people, and I'm offended that you'd think that. That isn't what I said. I guess I'll head out for now. No, you must stay. I can't do this without you. I have further tasks for you. You must help me make sure this event is a success. Talk to everyone. Make them feel welcome. Alright. Calm down. I'll make the rounds.
Good luck to you.
Remy's here! Let's talk to Remy first. How's my favorite chef doing? Just fine, but that Gaston is pretty big and a little intimidating, huh? Personality or physicality? Both, but it's fine. I'm sure he's totally harmless. But hey, we've got to talk about that new meat freezer. I'd go to a party with a dozen Gastons to get my paws on some new ingredients. Any new recipes in mind? Oh, so many. Pulled pork, shish tayaku, maybe even some turnip tartiflets? Flets? I don't know. Well, don't let me get in the way of your inspiration. Thanks, JSimLady. I'm gonna go mingle until Gaston unlocks the freezer for me, and then I'm off to test some recipes. Nice. Alright, Rapunzel.
Hello.
Oh, hello, JSimLady. Center of attention. Hey, Rapunzel, how are you enjoying the party? Well, the decor is interesting, isn't it? I call it retro rugged. Gaston looks happy with the way it turned out. You don't think it's a little much? It seems to suit him, and I can't really judge. You might think the decorations were odd in the place where I was hiding in the jungle. I can't even imagine what Mother would have said. I'm sure it was lovely. Thank you. Wow, it's so nice to be around people again. Though I did meet Gaston once when I was exploring. I'm so glad he's come out of his shell now. Really? He was more restrained in the past? Well, he just seemed lonely. He was building himself a friend out of coconuts. When he saw me, he tried to pretend it wasn't there. It was kind of awkward. Oh, that tracks. He was a little sensitive about being so lonely. I think he just needed a friend, even if it was a friend made of coconuts. I'll let you get back to the gathering now. Have fun. And last but not least, Scrooge. A tip of the tartan to ya. Hey, Mr. McDuck, having fun? Aye, it's a grand gathering. But I'm here on business too. Gotta check up on how my investment's progressing. The furnishings cost me a pretty penny, and I want to know when I can recoup my costs. When do you think I'll start receiving my 50% cut? About that. Gaston doesn't actually have an income stream. He just wanted this place so people could pay attention to him. What? Sorry, I only realized after I got back to him. Oh, JSimLady, that is no way to do business. No income stream? Well, at least the food is good. Oh, that's funny. JSimLady, what an excellent day and what an excellent party. How do you think it went? Amazingly. That's what I like to hear. The rat seemed particularly pleased about putting meat on his menu. But more importantly, everyone now knows that I'm back. Oh, Gaston. You're nearly narcissistic. You're so super... I can't say that word. You're definitely daft. Why, thank you, LeFou. And you are an adequate sidekick. You know what? Thank you, Gaston. Now go do whatever you do when you're not complimenting me. I'm going to sit back and enjoy my success. Alright, until next time.
Of course it's for me.
That was fabulous. And there's his little lodge again. And the meat stand is not staying where it's at. My guess is we have to buy meats from it or something to unlock stuff. But that's gonna get moved. So this doesn't cost us yet? It costs us. Oh, the lodge itself doesn't cost anything, though. Okay. So Scrooge didn't invest in the meat stand, he invested in the lodge. I can't believe we actually finished those. What do we have over here? Combine resources into vacuums. But I don't even understand how to use the vacuum. Quest, that's what I'm looking for. So this is Storybook Vale. Oh, right, we gotta feed the capybara. I forgot. Okay. Maybe it'd be faster if I teleport. I see a chest, but I do not see a capybara. Where did we see it earlier? I don't remember. Not this way. Was it this way? Possibly. Maybe up here? Or was it in the grove? Oops. I wasn't paying attention to the screen. I got a message up on my screen. How rude, Xbox. Hopefully you guys didn't hear that. I can't believe they're just allowed to do that. Just put messages on my computer screen like that? A capybara. Come here, little guy. Oh my god, you're adorable. I can't really see him very well, but that's okay. We got a bundle. And it's a pale yellow one. Have we ever had a bundle before? It had a little art thingy on it. Oh, a motif. Okay. Interesting. Now we gotta find Mirabelle, I presume. I don't remember how to get to quests. Yes. That's Moana. Gaston. There she is. And we can also check on that vacuum and see what it does while we're over here.
Wait. Hi.
The capybaras love cabbage. So does Antonio, especially Mama's Repolo Guisado. JSimLady, will you help me finish my letter to him? I just need the perfect send-off. Adios to my favorite cousin. Actually, it's true. Just don't tell my other cousins. And it's done. I'm gonna send this letter right away. Oh, I almost forgot. While I was studying the capybaras, I learned something from Evie about the monkeys in Ancient's Landing. She showed me that they're crazy for desserts. Maybe you could try feeding them some of the ones that I got from Remy. Finally.
You're the best.
Okay, now everything is completed. So what's this do? The ancient vacuum scans an area in a biome for night thorns and splinters of fate. Upgrade it to detect even more items. Okay. Select the desired items and collect them from a single location. Cost miss. Really?
This place really shows that everybody's special in their own way.
It's gonna cost me 240 mists to collect 24 splinters of fate. I'm gonna try it just this once to see what happens. Okay, so we basically more or less ended up with the same amount of mist. Interesting, but okay. What else did we get for it? Because I totally missed that. Interesting, though. So it'll collect the splinters and the night thorns, but it won't collect inkies. They should go back and update those. One final thing. I didn't realize we already had 6,000 points built up. So now let's unlock this. Okay, we've got a garden growing here. More monkeys. More strawberries. Not sure what that is, but that was kind of cute. I liked that. Ooh, some new flowers. A new crafting recipe. Another new crafting recipe. No new crafting recipe with the blue one. Well, that's sad. The blue one is so pretty. What's this? Some kind of herb or something? I want to decorate with this blue one. It's really pretty. And I don't know what those are. We've got a green one over here too. Okay, we've unlocked some other new recipes for flowers. I love it. This is gonna cost us 10,000. That's gonna take me a long time. But we can go into this. And we got a chest. This is kind of pretty. Lanterns hanging from trees. Some flowers. Okay. So we did unlock some new flowers and foods and things. What were those other things? Is it under foraging? Okay, we got the new flowers. Not under foraging. Ingredients. A nestling pear? Okay. What was that other thing, though? Wait, I'm confused. Oh, there's so much more to unlock here. And craft. I didn't know the tents were part of Eternity Isle. I thought they went with, like, something to do with Mulan or one of the other characters. That's weird. I'm so confused. Why? I mean, I guess I can just look in my inventory. Oh. Was it just one of these? No, it was this. Okay, so it can be used for crafting or cooking. So it should be under foraging, right? But it's not. So items like that just... Oh, here it is. I must have had one from before. That's what confused me. Okay. So you like dessert. I gotta chase you like the rabbits. Where's that dessert she gave me? He loves it. How cute. So desserts for them and cabbage for the capybaras. Got it. I'm not gonna be able to remember all this, to be honest with you. Maybe we should put our house here. No, I really don't like those statues. They scare me. I think I'm gonna put the house in a more centrally located area. But on that note, I think I'm gonna leave this episode here, because there isn't really much else to do until we figure out how to that's Storybook Vale. Honestly, it might be part of a friendship quest somewhere. How to get to Jafar and Oswald from here. Unless I need to unlock that one last space. In which case I'm gonna be doing a lot of grinding. Which you probably will have seen if I live stream it by the time you see this episode. So, on that happy note, I think I'm gonna leave this episode here. If you're enjoying this series, if you're enjoying my channel, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!